It's time now for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Central Arkansas's premier news talk program.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. It is Thursday, October 7th, 2021, 7 a.m., and welcome to Down on the Corner program.
Where did this whoop whoop stuff start?
I don't know. Where did they go?
I've always done that.
I don't know.
What do you mean? When did
It's just in the soundtrack.
It's always been. Bob.
Like hemorrhoids. They've always been. They only show up when you least expect
Oh,
them.
boy, we're going downhill now.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, let's talk a little Bomber football real quick before we get to all the sponsorships.
Mountain Home Bomber Junior High, 9th grade, will play Jonesboro Annie Camp Whirlwinds. That's their mascot, the Whirlwinds. They're coming to town, be here at 6 o'clock. Playing at Bomber Stadium. Our 9th grade Bombers are 5-0 right now. They're 1-0 in their conference that they are just beginning to play in this year. It should be an awesome game.
Bombers be 6-0 tonight?
At the end of tonight, we look for the 9th grade Bombers to be 6-0. Looking forward to a good crowd there. Weather's supposed to be perfect. I don't believe there's any rain in the forecast for tonight. If there is, it's very light.
I think we've got some really nice weather. Yeah, low of about 55, 56 tonight. Clear sky. Yeah, it's going to be good weather.
So it's going to be good weather for Bomber football. I'm pretty sure the junior high band will be there.
Yeah.
So
what's the magic behind the 9th grade team to make them 5-0? They've got a great offense and defense, or what's their?
They have got a good offense, a good defense, some good special teams, some good continuity between that group of young guys.
Yeah.
And they've got their coaches got them pumped and ready to go. Their coach, Coach Greg Crow, has those boys believing that they can eat steel and spit bullets.
Yeah, so it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
they do a passing game, a running game. They combine the two.
Yes.
Well. Yeah.
They have a variety.
What's the predominant?
All of the above.
Yeah.
You have no idea what they're going to play because they've only had 2 home games this year.
Oh wow!
And I think this is the second one.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're going to see.
So you never know what the dealer's going to deal.
You don't know what you're going to see. And the thing about it is, I'm not sure that the junior high exchanges film like they do in high school. So therefore, the element of surprise is always there.
Ooh, wow!
So
you don't know what formation or anything that could be used.
Yeah, you really don't have a clue. And I may be wrong. They may use huddle just like they do in the high school, but you wouldn't know it by some of the scores that we've seen.
That's good. All right. Once again, tonight, 6
o'clock, Mountain Home Junior High, 9th grade. 9th grade, only one game. 9th grade Bombers, 6 o'clock against the Jonesboro Annie Camp Whirlwinds.
All right. Bomber Stadium. Come out, support the 9th grade Bombers. It's going to be good seeing them 6-0.
Yep. And then, of course, tomorrow night, we'll travel over to Van Buren to take on the Pointers at 7. Pre-game show starts at 6.
Now, how's Van Buren? Where are they at?
They're 4-1 right now.
Are they?
Yeah.
So they're beatable?
They are beatable. They're going to be tough. All those Northwest Arkansas schools are tough.
Yeah, they really are. Greenwood, my goodness. That was tough last week.
Greenwood was tough. I'm sure Coach Harry tomorrow when he's here is not going to have a lot to say about it. But, again, we can sit here and second-guess what's going on all day long. We're not the coaches. We don't know what's going on. You can't win a football game with 112 yards and penalties.
No.
Not going to happen. And you can't win a football game with stupid and silly mistakes. Take those out of the factor.
Correct mistakes.
We're
move on.
4-1 at best.
Yeah.
3-2 for sure.
Good. All right.
Anyway, taking up your time. Go ahead.
No problem. Bomber football tonight at 6 at Bomber Stadium and at Van Buren, Arkansas tomorrow at 7. Pregame at 6.
Pregame at 6.
Pregame
Kickoff at 7.
We're enjoying Brewed Awakening Coffee. You can do the same thing. 3 locations to serve you the best coffee in town. Bomber Boulevard, 62 East Plaza, Baxter Regional Medical Center's main entrance lobby. Follow the COVID guidelines there at the hospital to go in. Other than that, the drive-thrus are ready to serve you the best coffee in town. Mochas, lattes, frappuccinos, they've got it all. Don't forget about the cinnamon rolls, apple turnovers, cherry turnovers, muffins, scones. What am I missing? They've just about got everything you can think of.
Frou-frou for you.
You betcha. Brewed Awakening Coffee is the best coffee in town. Mike and the staff do a great job at all 3 locations to bring you that coffee. The drive-thrus are ready. 704 Bomber Boulevard, 62 East Plaza. Get in line, get your coffee. Bomber Boulevard will be a little bit more busy than 62 East Plaza right now because of faculty, staff, administration, and of course students getting coffee on the way into the high school, junior high, and the main office. Brewed Awakening Coffee is the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Mike and staff do a great job at all 3 locations. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day. Excuse me, with all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes, 29 in the state of Arkansas, 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. You're in town, talk to Bruce, Brad, Charlotte, Chris, anyone out there, anyone there can help you. Perhaps someone there that I haven't met, they can help you just the same. You see, with all our respect on the screen, that's not just something Scooter dreamed up to put on a graphic. That's how they do business on a daily basis. Pre-planning, passing of a family member, friend, loved one, whatever it may be, with all our respect. And, something happens, oh my goodness, what do? Talk to Rollers. They'll handle it. They're very gifted, talented, understanding, loving people. They'll get you through a very, very difficult time. Roller Funeral Homes. Yeah.
If you don't mind.
Yeah.
Yesterday, OFA board member, she was our health and safety coordinator for a couple of years. She lost her mom yesterday.
Oh, no.
Elisa Pendergrass lost her mom yesterday, and I just want to keep her in our thoughts and prayers
You bet.
As your day
Thanks
goes
for letting
on.
us know. All right. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect, let's pause now for our morning prayer. Heavenly Father, President Roosevelt once said the only thing we have to fear is fear itself, and we have thrown so much fear into everyone about COVID, some people are too scared to get the mail out of the mailbox. Now in some part of the country, you have to show a vaccination card to eat or see a movie. Lord, it's nobody's business of whether I got the shot or not. It's nobody's business to know what I had for lunch yesterday or where I buy gasoline or which bank I use. But the government wants control of every aspect of our lives. But Lord, we as Christian people must take a stand against the socialistic way of thinking. We need strong Christian leaders that know our Constitution and know what it means. We are a free people the way God meant it to be. I pray you give us wisdom on how to defeat this evil. It's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect.
Oh,
Roller
boy.
Funeral Homes.
He's getting primed up. You see
What?
him?
Brace
Chest
yourself.
puffs up.
Keep his lips ready.
Sucks in air.
And now,
Get him laughing, he can't do
dun
it.
dun dun. The weather.
One good thing, once a day I get this dose, I don't have to take any sinus medicine. It clears it all out,
Yeah.
See, it helps
Should
a
clear
lot
your
of
stomach
things.
too.
Morning Weather is brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda's a door for all your real estate needs, 870-405-0793. The website retire2arkansas.net. What, you checking out the leak?
It's a sign from God.
It's time to take a peek at the White River. I guarantee there's a fog out there today with all the fog advisories showing up on the map. The cameras in Marion County showing you all the fog in Baxter County at the river. We'll take a look at the September shot. This was taken, I think, September of 19. And click.
I'm glad it's fog.
You got
It could
the
be an
September
awful
shot?
big bird.
Oh, September. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's what it's supposed. This is taken like 3 in the afternoon, September, I think, of 2019. You see the White River separates Baxter and Marion counties. The camera course in Marion County, Arkansas, looking into Baxter. 62-412 bridge on the left side of the screen. The city of Cotter, the little baseball park, railroad museum, picnic area there in the White River. Beautiful town of Cotter, Arkansas. A lot of good friends down there. Love to go down to Cotter and down to the White River. Beautiful down there. You can go to retire2arkansas.net. Check this out all throughout the day. Excuse me. This is a live webcam 24/7. And there's a little camera icon on the lower right-hand side of the screen. We click pictures. You can share them with family, friends, and loved ones, whatever, and you can use it screensaver and backdrop. But while you're at retire2arkansas.net, be sure to check out all the listings with the Z-Team and Century 21 Lemac Real Estate and all the MLS numbers in the multiple listing service area. Both in Arkansas and Missouri, the Z-Team is ready to serve you today. 870-405-0793. Realtors you'd recommend to a friend. The award-winning Z-Team, the most prestigious award through the Century 21 Corporation, won by the Z-Team 2 years in a row. And it's very, very difficult to get the award one time. Some people have never even seen the award. They have it 2 times in a row, back to back, because of outstanding service, public relations, and just how they treat people. And I tell you what, they are your full time and a half real estate agents, but they're never too busy to help one more. So give them a call at 870-405-0793. The website, retire2arkansas.net. Morning weather is brought to you by the Z-Team. Right now I'm showing 62 degrees in Mountain Home. We got 60 at Harrison, 63 at Batesville and Yellville. 61 at Marshall, 62 in Salem, 61 over at Mountain View, Arkansas. Around the region, West Plains, Missouri at 62, Springfield 62, Poplar Bluff at 62, but St. Louis checking in at 60. And a very mild 1 degree difference between here and there. Watford City, North Dakota, in contrast, is 61 today. Well, it's 62 here, so we've got that same air mass basically from the Canadian border all the way down into Arkansas. And so, wow. Anyway, national radar, we'll start out in the west coast. San Jose, California, out to the west coast, or out to the ocean's got some showers. You see some showers there from Jackson, Wyoming, back to Boise, Idaho, a little bit in east central Oregon. Showers stretching north and south from the Canadian border down through about Watford City, North Dakota. You see it there on the western edge of North Dakota, coming into South Dakota, parts of Nebraska, and extreme northeast Colorado. Other showers in the western part of Oklahoma, just to the east of the Panhandle there. A lot of shower activity in northern Illinois. It stretches around to Columbus, Ohio, Indianapolis, Indiana, all the way down into, looks like it'd be to the west of Charlotte, North Carolina, back into the extreme northwest part of South Carolina, near Atlanta, Georgia, and then on down to the Panhandle of Florida. We are picking up some shower activity in Arkansas, Missouri, basically on the state line. Let's zoom in a little here. His heat shower activity east of Mount Norman, Highway 62 412, around the Salem, Cherokee Village, Hardy area, stretches up to Doniphan, Missouri, just west of Poplar Bluff, Missouri. So 62 412 east and west would be affected. A little bit on Highway 67 at Pocahontas. Doniphan, Missouri on 160 at Highway 142 and 21. And Poplar Bluff west on 60 and 160 towards West Plains, Branson, and Springfield, with a little bit of light shower activity right there. Going back into Arkansas, 62 412 west is clear. Highway 65 to Branson, Little Rock, Searcy, Batesville, and Pocahontas on Highway 67. 167 is clear till you get to the Pocahontas area where the showers pick up. Interstate 30, 40, 49, 55, 555, 530 in Arkansas are clear at this time. Interstate 155 towards Dyersburg, Tennessee, in good shape, and I-40 Memphis to Jackson looks like it's all right. And let's see here, that's about it in Missouri. Everything else is clear. Interstate 49, 35, 44, 70, 55, Southern Illinois, East St. Louis, east on 64. We're looking pretty good right there. I-57 south to Cairo, Illinois, Paducah, Kentucky, and I-24. No problems there. All right. Fog, Arkansas, Kansas, a little bit Nebraska, Texas, Oklahoma, Mississippi, Alabama, parts of Georgia, and Florida with some fog. And that's really the only warning of any advisories for Arkansas, Missouri. There is some flood watch boxes for North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, parts of Tennessee. 7-day forecast for us. We have a fog advisory through about 10 o'clock today, 11 o'clock today. And then we got sunshiny skies, it looks like, and through Sunday night we have a 40% chance of showers. It warms up a little bit, 88 on Saturday, 86 on Sunday, but football weather tonight and tomorrow, I think you guys it's a walk in the park on that one. We're going to have some good weather. Everything moving good.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
What a switch, huh? Oh, anyway, it looks like all the traffic moving well in Arkansas, a little bit of slow traffic in Benton. We'll take a look at the cameras here in Mountain Home. And hit this button here. First we'll look at Cardinal Drive and check how the traffic's going this morning. A little bit of cloud cover and a few vehicles pulling up to the stoplight coming into town. This is Cardinal at 62 412 Business. You see Century 21 Lemac Real Estate here. Of course, McDonald's right here. And let's see, we'll go take a look at Club Boulevard, looking down the hill. I love this shot, real pretty shot. And minimum amount of traffic on the east side of Mountain Home. You see Baxter Regional Medical Center among the fog in the mountains here. Clay Maxey Chevrolet right over in here. And just not much traffic on the east side of town. Mammoth Springs, Arkansas this morning ought to be a pretty shot. The last couple of days they've been getting rain. Well, it's still raining over there again today. Look at that wet highway. Highway 63 north and south. This is
It
highway.
just
This
stays
truck right
raining
here.
over there, I'm convinced.
I'll tell you what, it's something else. You see the truck right here is sitting on Highway 9 that goes into downtown Mammoth Springs, the state park over here, and you see the Spring River. And then, of course, these vehicles up in here are entering the state of Missouri. That little gas station right there is actually split between Arkansas and Missouri right on the line. So a little bit of shower activity in Mammoth Springs, Arkansas this morning. State of Missouri, no flood watch boxes. There's not enough rain to trigger any low water bridge hazards today. Everything moving good in Missouri. Pollen index for today dropped to 3.3. Well, it came up a little bit, but it's still low. 3.3 with ragweeds and chinnipods. Predict to be 5 tomorrow, so it comes up a little bit more tomorrow. Norfolk Lake at 553.54. Bull Shoals Lake at 657.03. Crude oil prices sitting at 76.33. And the Dow Jones Industrial Average went up 102.32 points, closing at 34,416.99. And don't forget about the Dream Network. If you can help them financially, go to dreamnetwork.org. You can go to the About button and read their story. And the Dream Network has a mission to provide support for children and families in desperate situations, prepare individuals and organizations give to meet the needs in the community, partner with the community, and help children realize their gifts and abilities to pursue their God-given dreams. And if you can help them financially, $5, $10, $15 or more, go to the donate button here and help them out. They serve Southwest Missouri and parts of North Arkansas. Don't forget about web and paper design. Our good friend David Stroud runs this. Graphic design, brand identity, what we do. He does a very, very good job, and he's been pulling off some pretty good stuff here. This is the logo he's done for Reynolds Media Internet, and he's done some other things here. Let's see, here's what he's done for Dodge and Ford motor vehicles. The 2021 Hellcat Red Eye and the Mustang, and these are some graphics he's done and does a great job. You can call him at 40.
He's done some really cool stuff for Zadora that's not out yet that
really?
I got a chance to see.
Really? I'm anxious to see that.
Cool.
Wow. Wow, ought to be good. You can call David at 405-4433, and or you can contact him right here on the website. Once again, Bomber football tonight at 6, 9th grade, undefeated. Jonesboro Anti-Camp kick at 6, and tomorrow night at 7, pregame at 6.
Right here.
Right here. All right, we need to take a break. Come up.
Hold on, we got community events that you don't like.
Okay. I keep.
You can't. You just can't remember.
We went like 2 years without it, and I'm trying to get used to having it.
You spend a little less time on that horn blowing catastrophe. You'd have a little more time for community events.
No.
Oh, geez. Here we go. Community yard sale fundraiser for the Van Mater Senior Center will be going on this Saturday, October 9th. From 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. It'll be at the parking lot at the Van Mater Senior Center. The center will be closed during the event, but there will be public restrooms in the park. So if you get a chance to get out, they're going to be having a huge yard sale going for a good cause. And don't forget Turkey Trot. 75th Annual Turkey Trot is going on the 8th and the 9th. Well, let's see. Yeah, 8th and 9th. It goes on 2 days, Friday and Saturday. Be on the square there in Yellville. I'm sure our sponsor Z-Team will be there with the booth. But they have a lot of events going on. I kind of got a quick calendar on it. They've got food and music, tons of stuff going on. Opening ceremonies will be Friday at 12. They will have a breakfast before then from the American Legion Post 61. They got bands going on. They got all sorts of stuff going on. So,
Scooter, I understand that since PETA got involved, they started dropping frozen turkeys instead.
Yeah.
Just be careful. Yeah. Wear a hard hat.
Yeah.
From my understanding, there won't be any drops. So, unfortunately, it's things change, and it will not be frozen turkeys.
This is Les Nussman with WKRP. We better take a break.
We'll take a break. Be right back.
Live Bomber football is back on XL7 TV with announcers Bob Rechtenwald and Josh Kaminsky, bringing you the best in play-by-play. Watch every game live on XL7 TV or online at xl7tv.com/football. Every Friday night, watch the Bombers live, whether you are at the game or not. Also, enjoy a meal, drink, and watch the Bombers on XL7 TV live at the following restaurants every Friday night, only on XL7 TV. It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home. Get the only mower with suspension technology at Mower Warehouse in Mountain Home, where they accept mower trade-ins, have flexible financing options, and services all brands and models. That's Mower Warehouse, located on Buzzard Roost in Mountain Home.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Hi, it's Bob Zadora of the Z Team at Century 21 Lee Mack Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. As you know, we are all facing some unusual times. Be calm. Be smart. The business world of real estate will continue. We may have some delays and some changes that are out of our control, but life will go on, and this too will pass. Give thanks for this wonderful country that we live in. Give thanks for the neighbors that we share. If there's anything we can do to give you a hand, give us a call. 870-405-0793. And check out our website, retiredtoarkansas.net.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral.
$7:22. We're waiting on Sheriff Montgomery. Of course, Sheriff's been busy.
Bob's
not a
over here
friendly
talking
person.
about not eating for 3 days. And I'm like, we're coming back. Why would you bring that up? Why would anybody not want to eat for 3
We got
days?
to fill with
Hey, before we get started on
Okay,
that,
yeah.
we also lost a good physician here in town the other day.
Oh, yeah,
Scott
Dr.
Isbell.
Sale.
And
Yeah.
I believe his family is going through that today.
Boy, sad.
You want to keep them in mind. That he was the son-in-law of Ron and Jan Pierce.
Yep.
Worked at Basket a long time. Decided to go back to med school, go back to college, go to med school. Actually went to med school with my daughter. My daughter went to med school with him. He was a 2-year when she started. A great guy.
Sure.
And I know
Know him
the
well.
Pierce family is going to miss him. So
Good folks.
anyway, we're here.
Well, Sheriff Montgomery's on his way, so we're going to talk a little bit. When we talk about some of this football in Northwest Arkansas, what makes Northwest and sometimes Northeast Arkansas? You got Jonesboro, and then you got West. What makes
Have
them
you
so-
seen the census numbers? The increase in numbers?
Yeah, it's yeah.
Did you see how much Washington and Benton County increased?
They just jumped like crazy.
I think, and I may be wrong,
Almost.
but I believe Washington County increased their census by 62,000 people.
I think that's right. Let me pull it up. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
You know, and I don't think that Benton County is very far behind that. And I know where Fort Smith is not too far behind that either. So
They got a larger pool.
their pool is full of fish. Big ones at that.
You know, it's just how we wind up playing some of these humongous.
In here, we were just talking opinions and thoughts, but AAA needs to revisit the way they divide these schools into conferences. They
I agree.
really need to do that. AAA is one of those organizations that have way more power than what they were intended to have.
I agree.
And-
I agree. Keep preaching. Come on.
Well-
And they need to revisit how this is done.
And you look at all the other sports are 5A. And
Yeah.
then
But Scooter, look at that though. We are in all the other sports we are 5A. But if you look at the 5A schools that are in there, a lot of them still play 6A football too. So if they put Mountain Home down in 5A, the rest
they're
of those
going to bring the other ones.
They're going to
down
bring the
match.
other ones with them.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's true.
So it needs to be
Benton
revisited.
County's now at 284,333 and 245,871. Washington County there. You're looking at, say, 300. You're looking at 545,000 people in two counties.
Yeah.
So you compare Baxter to Marion, you might come up with 70,000.
Well, Baxter and Marion, you're probably 80, maybe, pushing it hard.
Yeah.
Count a couple coon dogs, you may have 80,000.
Come on in, Sheriff. Come on. We're already live. Just join the fun here.
I understand traffic was bad in Baxter County this morning? Or did you get trapped by the fog?
No fog.
No fog.
Really? Wow.
No fog.
Welcome aboard.
So anyway,
Yeah.
the realignment needs to happen.
I agree.
You know, there needs to be a true realignment. What needs to be taken in consideration is, come this way a little bit.
Pardon us while we realign the cameras on live TV.
Good morning, sunshine.
Oh, you got all of it.
I'm sorry. Did I interrupt?
No.
Okay.
No, we just want you to join the. We're talking a little bit Bomber football and the realignment. You know, we're in what?
There needs to be a realignment.
I agree.
You know, we play football in the 6A West. Their realignment to this point has been, okay, we'll bounce you from the 6A West to the 6A East. Well, that doesn't do anything because the schools in the 6A East are just as big, if not bigger, than the ones in the West.
Yeah.
The population of the school district shouldn't have anything to do with it. I mean, it needs to be the number of athletes that you have actually coming out for the sport, and the ones that actually stick should play something in it.
Ninth grade Bombers tonight, Sheriff. They're 5-0 going into Bomber Stadium tonight against Jonesboro Anti-Camp. Can we get a Go Bombers tonight?
I wouldn't do it.
Would you like a helmet? There you go.
No, probably wouldn't fit.
There
we go. Go Bombers!
Yay!
Jonesboro.
Ninth grade tonight at 6. All right, and then tomorrow at Van Buren. There you go. Very good. So how you been? Things going well?
I had a busy night, I guess.
Oh, yesterday was a tough day.
Yeah.
Tough day. So, you know, and while I'm proud of our folks there at the sheriff's office, yesterday was one of those days where I'm really proud of the way they stepped up. We had lots going on, and some of the tragedy involved some family there at the sheriff's office. So
close to home there.
Yeah, it got real close to home. So hate doing death notifications anyway, and it just makes it harder when you have to do it
When it's one of your own.
when it's one of your own. So anyway,
Where was that accident at?
Old Arcana.
How far down?
Probably half a mile roughly off of the bypass.
Wow.
In that area. So
terrible.
they were still working the scene last night at 10 o'clock. So,
Oh, my goodness.
so
All right.
Terrible thing.
anyway, it was just a tough day. So I'm really proud of our folks and the way they stepped up. And as I was driving here, I heard one of the investigators who was there till, I don't know, midnight probably, close to it anyway, 10-8 on his way to work. So, you know, they're dedicated, and I'm really, really proud of them.
You know, they got good leadership, too. We're proud of our sheriff and what he does for Baxter County.
I give your deputy credit. My wife was headed home the other night, and they had the road blocked down. And she's like, there's been an accident. And my wife's first fear to the cop, and my son drives down this road, and she's like, ma'am, there wasn't any kids involved. It's all right. She made us like, all right, I'll go around.
That's a good thing.
He knew right away, ma'am, there wasn't any kids involved. He's all right.
Well, and that's a big thing because at that time of the day
Yeah.
that this happened, you've got school buses and
Oh, that's right.
you know
oh,
and
my
kids
goodness.
walking along the road, getting out of their bus, going down to their homes because right in that stretch where sheriff said that was, there's some kids that live there. There's some pretty snaky corner. You know, you got
Yeah,
a hillside
yeah.
there that's a blind hilltop, and yeah, it's a nasty little spot right there.
So there was a little blurb that we put out yesterday, and I'm sure we'll put out some more today.
Press releases later?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll.
All right. Well, why don't we take a quick break, kind of regroup here, and we'll let the sheriff do some talking. We'll be right back.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionaire Barbershop today, a unique gentleman's barbershop. Get back in style with experienced licensed barbers who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and are happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionaire Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 1041 Highland Circle, Suite 55 in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionaire Barbershop today.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Hi, I'm Benny with Ammo Dump.
At Ammo Dump, they carry new and used firearms, large supply of shotguns, rifles, and handguns. Ammo Dump will buy, sell, or trade in your item and can special order whatever you like. They also have knives, scopes, ammo of any caliber, and provide gun cleaning and restoration. Call them today for the best competitive pricing around.
If I don't have it or can't get it because they don't make it, come and see us.
That's Ammo Dump, located next to Woodman's Package in Norfolk.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Live.
(7:34). Sheriff John Montgomery's here, and of course, sad, busy. What else you got for us? I mean, whatever you want to talk about.
Well, it was not our case, but yesterday morning we avoided a serious standoff, serious situation. The U.S. Marshals and DEA came and we assisted them in arresting a fugitive on a federal warrant, and for a brief period of time the guy barricaded himself into a camper trailer, and fortunately he was talked out, so it didn't get too serious, but he had on a lot of federal charges and guns and lots of ammo and stuff, so it could have gone south in a hurry, but fortunately everything ended up there. So that was spent several hours yesterday morning working with that. So
how do you handle something when they barricade inside something like that? Is it negotiations? Is it, I mean...
It depends on lots of circumstances, but yes, negotiation. I mean, obviously we would like to do that rather than put everybody at risk by having to kick the door in. And so at some point you may or may not have to do that, but in this case they convinced him to come out. So there were several agencies involved, and again we have a great working relationship. I think, let's see, State Police, DEA, U.S. Marshals, Sheriff's Office,
DEA, Drug Enforcement Agency.
Yeah, yes, and so again this was all federal stuff.
Really?
Kind of a pretty bad boy, and so they ended up, we got him, and
well, then let's go back, on the local scene, and you've got a lot of federal people involved, but yet your training where you kept your cool, you didn't panic, no overreacting. So who's in charge? I mean, if the FBI is involved or DEA or state police, who's in charge? Is the sheriff? I think who's the predominating authority?
And the reason I'm hesitant to answer that, I mean, yes, technically it's in our county, and so yes, technically the sheriff's office is in charge, but we don't really look at it that way.
Don't pull rank.
No, we work together. It just depends. I mean, when we need assistance, we ask for assistance. I mean, prime example is that fatal accident. State Police has certain equipment that we don't have, and so shortly after we're working, we called and asked for assistance, and so they brought their investigator and some of their equipment to assist us. I mean, we have a great working relationship, I believe, with all of the agencies, but I mean, it's not who's in charge. It's not a whatever ego thing or whatever. To me it's let's get the job done, and so it doesn't matter. I mean, and again, yesterday's a prime example. I don't think nobody ever worried about who's in charge. Just what can we do to resolve the situation, and so
basically just discuss among yourself and the training in all aspects of law enforcement.
Yeah.
So when you have that, what would that be? It's not a hostage, it's just...
well, technically it's a barricaded suspect. So.
Barricaded suspect. And so the training kicks in. I mean, how do you keep your cool? You know he's in there, and even if it's, just a standard camper, they're not... I mean, you can get in there pretty easy.
Time's on our side.
Really?
Yeah. The main thing is don't rush. I mean, again, the time's on our side, and that goes in, like you said, a lot of the training that's involved, and having veteran officers down there, and we've got several of the deputies that we had down there had years and years of experience, and so.
But now, how do you know if he's barricaded inside, and if he's up on ammunition and gun charges, perhaps? How do you protect yourselves from whatever type of, or any type of weapon you might have?
You're going to assume that, those are assumptions that you make. You want to assume the worst, if you will. So we assumed that he had guns and ammo, and that he would use it. And so, again, you take those precautions, and just assuming that that's going to happen. And then, again, as it turns out, he came out, and he had someone else with him, and so they came out as well. And again, it's federal stuff, so
hostage or accomplice.
Accomplice.
Yeah.
So in this case, we're the feds. We were assisting them. So.
But the bottom line is, none of our officers, whether Baxter or city or state, got hurt.
Oh no. Everything was great. We were fortunate and thankful, and so good guys 2, bad guys 0, I guess is the way you say, you know.
So now in the aftermath of this, what happened yesterday morning and then the accident I'm seeing, it says here under investigation on the website. How do you clear the cobwebs, like, and the frustration, the sadness, the loss of life, how do you decompress and just take a deep breath and get back to a normal?
Well, and again, you've got different divisions, but it's not just one section. So initially, the patrol deputies were responding to the scene, and then so you got patrol and we're covered up anyway, and so then the detectives get involved, and so they're there, and then you got the jail, and the jail staff is covered up, and then they're dealing with the inmates coming in and out, and some of these folks that's going to have to be booked in or held or transported, and I mean there's just everybody is busy now. And you go back to our investigators, most of those guys, they're carrying 30 or 40 cases apiece. And so now when something like this happens, again, they were out there, I would say, probably close to midnight. And yet they're back at work this morning. So they still have their caseload, but yet now all focus has to obviously go to this. So, I mean, I just can't say again how proud I am of our staff and the way they conduct themselves and their experience.
Stay that professional and to still protect the county, because this is, you're rural Baxter County, you're in the northern part of the state. But when you look at the county, we bring this up ever so often, it's a long, north to south, it's a long county. It's not that wide. I mean, we're standard width. I don't know what it is from the White River to Fulton County, 40, 45 miles maybe, I don't know. But there's a lot of ground to cover, and it's predominantly rural. And so, and sometimes why in the world you got a helicopter? We need the helicopter. I mean, when you're this rural and this close to more rural areas than whether Missouri or Fulton County are going west, I don't see how you do it, to be honest with you.
We got a great staff. It's a team effort, and a lot of times I'll use the word team and family, and I interchange those, but it really is. I mean, and a quick example. So back in July, we had a COVID kind of an outbreak, and when I say in the jail, it wasn't the inmates; it was our staff. Okay, so. We've been very blessed. On a side note, we've only had one known COVID case in the jail, and it was handled. But the staff, well, they had all hit at once. Well, you have to have so many people in the jail. We had detectives transporting prisoners. We had secretaries working the controls board. You had patrol deputies, their days off were canceled, and they were brought in if they had ever worked in the jail before, and a lot of them had. All their days off were canceled. So everybody worked together, and there was no complaining. I mean, it was like, okay, it's
just got to get done.
It's got to get done.
Job to do.
And so, again, and a lot of that I attribute back to the leadership, if you will, of my lieutenants. We have basically we have 5 different divisions, and so there's a lieutenant in charge of each one of those divisions. And at that meeting, when sort of when the crisis hit, it was okay. What can I do to help? What can I do? I mean, that was the attitude, and so that senior leadership of those lieutenants. I mean, it happens all the time. It is not that's not my job or that's not my section. No, it's what can we do to help? And everybody rolls up their sleeves and makes it happen.
Okay, I'm going to open Pandora's box. I'm going to go back to the when you were working that federal warrant case where the guy barricaded him in the camper. Your people are working for salaries that most people wouldn't accept if it was in a factory or, how can we get more money in the paychecks to your people? The sales taxes have been good way back into 2019 when COVID hit with we're going to tank out. The city had postponed the park improvement project for a year. That was approved. You've got your, got the jail. But these people deserve a better paycheck.
Well, it is sad. I mean, there's no other way to say it. When you've got deputies and jailers, and if you think about it, you know, take the jail, for example, and what they have to do and put up with, and, being spit on and everything thrown on them, as you can imagine. And I can take you to every fast food place here in town, and you can make more money.
You're kidding.
Seriously. Now, having said that, I will compliment our quorum court members, and of course, we're just now stepping into budget talks for next year. They've made it very clear. I've had several either call or come by my office to make it clear they're going to do their best. Now, again, we don't print money like the federal government, right. So but they're going to do their best to try to help us resolve the situation. And so I'm confident that we're going to improve it.
But the problem I see, we talk about this ever so often when you're on the program, is you'll spend the money to outfit them, train them. Of course, they've been probably to Camden through the academy and all that stuff, and they may stay with you for 3, 4, 5 years, and then another opportunity comes out where they can make a lot more money. You've trained, you spent your money, but yet you lose a good person to somebody else making more money. We got to keep the experience in the SO.
Well, there's no question, and most of the time, I mean, at the moment, which I'm hoping we resolve, but at the moment, we've lost. I mean, there's no telling how many people we've lost in the last 20 years to city police departments. Mm-hmm. And so I get asked all the time, well, why does the city pay more? Well, the city gets more taxes.
Yeah.
And here's a little tidbit that people usually, when I'll bring this up, they'll look at me like you're kidding. So there's a 1-cent city sales tax, and there's a 1-cent county sales tax. Okay, and so when you go spend $100, the city gets $1, and the county gets $1. No, they don't. County doesn't get the $1, even though it's a county sales tax. The county has to share their $1 with the cities. Mm-hmm. So the city gets their whole $1, and I think roughly, I think it's like 58 cents is what we get.
Yeah, it's just, I forget,
So the rest of that goes to the cities as well. So the city generates more tax revenue, and so therefore they have more money to spend. I mean, that's just the way it is. And so we're sort of behind the 8 ball anyway with that. But again, I'll say again, I believe that we're at least on track to try to help that.
You've got a quorum court that's working to help.
The quorum court has made it very clear. And again, it's not – what's encouraging to me is, again, there's 11 quorum court members, and those JPs, Justices of the Peace, if you will, I've had more than half of that 11 that's either come to my office or called me on the phone to tell me that they're committed to try. Now, again, I'll repeat, we don't print money, and so you can't spend money you don't have. But at the same time, they're committed to try to help us solve this issue. And understand, I'm talking about the sheriff's office, and there's some other areas. I know the county judge is hurting on trying to find mechanics and dump truck drivers. Okay, we've got. I'm not sure as of this morning. I hate to say it, that we have a tough time getting people to apply. But I think we're short. We're short a nurse right now. We can't even get any applicants because of what we pay. Because of what we offer a nurse.
Oh my goodness.
We've advertised several times and had no applicants. So we've got that position open. We've got I think there's 3 or 4 jailer positions open. The deputies, and while I like to try to promote from within. You got a good employee that's working, and if we can promote them and assist them, we want to do that. But this last time, because we're so short-handed, we actually advertised for a certified officer, and the only applicant we got would have had to take a $6 an hour cut in pay.
Oh my word!
So that didn't go anywhere. So we've got 4 people in the academy right now. But so they've been there for 3 weeks or whatever. So I'm still obviously paying their salary while they're there.
Yeah.
But by the time they get out of the academy and they go through the field training internally, it'll be about mid-January before I'll actually be able to utilize them.
3 more months.
So that's
so
why.
How do you get out of frustration mode with some of this stuff? I mean, if it was me, I'd have brick marks on my head from hitting it on the wall all the time. Just keep smiling.
Keep smiling, and I mean, seriously. I mean, we are blessed, and I can't imagine having these issues, because I guarantee you we're not the only one having these issues. Talked to a friend of mine, the sheriff over in Washington County, Fayetteville, and I believe he said there are 41 employees down. So we're not the only ones. But I can't imagine us dealing with what we're having to deal with if we were, say, in the big city where they are anti-police and trying to defund and whatever. We don't have that here. This community is very supports our law enforcement tremendously, and they stand behind us. So at least we've got the community support as we're trying to deal through these issues.
Very good.
It makes a big difference.
It sure does. Visiting with Sheriff John Montgomery, Baxter County Sheriff. Time for a quick break. Be right back.
Live Bomber football is back on XL7 TV with announcers Bob Rechtenwald and Josh Kaminsky, bringing you the best in play-by-play. Watch every game live on XL7 TV or online at xl7tv.com/football. Every Friday night, watch the Bombers live, whether you are at the game or not. Also, enjoy a meal, drink, and watch the Bombers on XL7 TV live at the following restaurants every Friday night, only on XL7 TV. It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home. Get the only mower with suspension technology at Mower Warehouse in Mountain Home, where they accept mower trade-ins, have flexible financing options, and services all brands and models. That's Mower Warehouse, located on Buzzard Roost in Mountain Home.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Hi, it's Bob Zadora, the Z-Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. As you know, we are all facing some unusual times. Be calm. Be smart. The business world of real estate will continue. We may have some delays and some changes that are out of our control, but life will go on, and this too will pass. Give thanks for this wonderful country that we live in. Give thanks for the neighbors that we share. If there's anything we can do to give you a hand, give us a call. 870-405-0793. And check out our website, retiredtoarkansas.net.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Take us. 7:54, finish out the program with Sheriff John Montgomery. What's the immediate needs of the Sheriff's Department? I mean, you've got the auxiliary, and they work to get some things that sometimes don't actually get into the budget, but there's some things I'd like to have, I need to have. What do we need? How can we help?
Well, right now we need reserve officers, and reserve officers are volunteer. I mean, they've got to go through a certain amount of training, and I think the next training class, probably, we haven't said it yet, will be in January. And so certainly, those folks that want to give back, we only require 8 hours a month, so it's not a big deal. But what happens is we try to have a training class at least once a year, because you'll have, some people will get into it and decide they don't like it. As any organization, sometimes they'll get into it and won't do anything, and then we have to, of course, let them go. And then you have some that have done it for several years and they want to retire or quit. So that's why we usually try to have a class every year, and so certainly that's a need. And they do things like transport prisoners to court, or sit there at the front door of the courtroom, what I'm saying, checking people as they come in and out, or like last night, that crash scene. We had to have people directing traffic, and I've had to myself, and we've had others. You had a plane crash, and so you'll have to set somebody on that plane to guard it, through the night until the FAA gets there the next day. So there's a lot of things that they do. So that would be, that's certainly a need. We have our Sheriff's Foundation, and people make donations to it on a regular basis, and and a lot of times you can give just a gift, or you can say, hey, I'd like it to go to this. We had a recent gift. Someone made a donation basically to buy 4 bulletproof vests.
And so those are expensive.
Yeah, they're
$1,100-1,200.
No, they're probably in the $700 to $800 range,
wow.
and in that range. And so that's a big deal. We had when we added, we got to add a few deputies last year, and so but you have to outfit them. So we actually had someone step up, write a check, and said, I know you're going to have to buy weapons for the new deputies, and so they wrote a check to buy the weapons.
That helps.
So it has been this community supports us so much.
And one point I want to bring out, you had the incident with the federal issue with the guy barricading camper, then you had the accident scene. And so many times the police get such a negative vibe on the TV. Well, he did this or he did that. We don't know what's behind the scenes. The police are not out just looking to stir up a problem. They're not out just looking for speeders all the time. Mind the speed limit, stop at the stop signs, you won't get pulled over. But it's what's behind the scenes that we don't always hear about or realize. You guys, your team helped alleviate what could have been a bad situation in that federal bit, and then working the accident scene, taking care of family and other needs.
Well, again,
behind the scenes counts, and a lot of this doesn't always make the news, and we don't know what always goes by. But I want to say thank you. You're doing a great job.
Well, and I'll say, to me, what makes a difference, and I've said this before, I'm proud of all of our law enforcement, but obviously I'm partial to the Sheriff's Department. Sure. I would put our Sheriff's Office up against any. Not just in the state of Arkansas, but across the country. And I think what makes the difference, it's that attitude that the deputies have and the staff have, whether it's the front office. I hear this all the time. Your staff at the front office is so friendly. Let's face it, when you come in, lots of times it's not a good situation, and you're under, that person's under stress or they're upset. And so we hear this all the time, but to me it's because we live here. We are part of this community, and so our deputies and jailers and staff and secretaries from everything that we do, they're part of this community. So, let's face it, we want our community to be a good, safe place to live. And so they're doing their part to help their own community.
When you see one of the sheriff's vehicles or other police vehicles, whether it be state or city or sheriff's office, and they're in the fast food line, tell the girl on the speaker, hey, there's a police car up here, put his meal on my tab, pay for it. Help him out a little bit. Does that make you all feel good?
Well, I can tell you, it happens to, I hear feedback from our deputies all the time, and it does happen to me on occasion, and I mean, it's just like, wow. I mean, again, you don't even think about it, and but it does mean something. And I'll tell you quick.
Thank you would go a long way.
It goes a long way, and I'll tell you real quick. There's two instances. I got fishing license. I rarely get to go fishing, but I want to keep my license current. And when I went to get them, the person behind the desk opened their wallet and pulled the money out and said, "I'm paying for your fishing license." Okay,
that's cool.
Yeah, that ends us on a positive note. We'll see you on Friday. Thanks, Sheriff, for all your service and your staff. We got to run.